Bro, every time I've got on your platform, my biggest gripe, Tiger, has always been, I know they about to lose. The first play of the game, they run a damn screen. Excuse my French.
Yes, sir.
Bro, last night, the first play of the game, or within the first 5 plays was a screen to Jimmy Horn. BYU was already waiting on it. So wait a minute. So this tell me that they're watching every tape of Colorado, and their staff is watching the first 5 to 10 plays of every game. Oh, they running the screen. They running the screen. They running the screen over. Oh, it ain't gonna change. They're gonna do it again. So their team already anticipating and waiting on that. Lastly, scheme, bro. When the New England Patriots was down big against Atlanta, Belichick went in at halftime. He took out his I forgot the running back from Georgia at the time. He took him out and he put in James White. Why he put in James White? Because he can use James White as a running back and as a slot receiver. He turned around and put his slot receiver, his running back, out in the flats. They ran 5 wide. The Falcons could not stop that play because the running back it was a mismatch on the linebacker and the running back. Colorado never changed their scheme. And this is why I say with Pat Shurmur, I blame Pat Shurmur and I blame Shedeur, because Shedeur be changing the plays, but Pat Shurmur has not changed this offense at all. And if I'm him, and I heard you say that that Pat might be leaving or gone, I'm going the same way he did with Stevenson from the Bengals. He went and got him. I'm going, if you're gonna get somebody from the NFL, because I know that's what he loved to do, I'm going to the 49ers. Yep, I'm going to the Eagles. I'm going to Miami. Hey, look, y'all got some young bucks over there. Hey, who y'all understudy is? Hey, come on over here, man, because I know next year they playing Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech gave Georgia all they wanted. Georgia didn't know where the ball was going. And Oregon, the same thing. Oregon has never had a traditional big offensive line, but Oregon's scheme is all these misdirect. This is college football. Have the pros guys in there, but they need to understand this is college football, and college football schemes is being transitioned to the NFL. The traditional schemes of 5 wide, 7 on 7, those days are over. And so I yield on that, y'all. I'm sorry for talking so, but I had to get that off my chest, man. Y'all go ahead.
Hey, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Hey, T.
What's
Let me
up?
tell you something, T. Okay, first of all, I watch a lot of video, I do a lot of research and the whole 9 yards, so I'll be on top of that. I watch CU all of their practices, and when I was watching their practices, man, their practices was like a party to me. Not the norm. It wasn't the norm. I predicted CU to win 10 games this year. I was off by 1. This was not Pat Shurmur's offense. This was Shedeur's offense. Pat was brought in to let Shedeur coach run his own plays. Pat, for 2024, Pat was supposed to take over 2025. That had nothing to do with Pat. If you watched everything that was going on, now he would reach out to Pat when he had a question or he didn't have an idea of what to run or whatever. And Pat would give him little pointers here and there. That's why Sean left. Well, that's why Sean got booted out of there, because Sean was so frustrated because Shedeur wanted to run all his plays. Sean didn't want it. He wanted to run that ball more. And you all know that Pat runs that ball too. So we're going to be good until 2025. Pat is not going nowhere.
Hey, coach, real quick, coach. It was one of the well-off media videos I saw after one of their games. I forgot which game it was. CU lost. No, you know what it was? It was remember Shedeur checked out of the play. It was, I think it's Kansas State, and it was like 3rd and 1 or something like that. And he threw like a deep bomb and to Wester, and it didn't. It was incomplete or something like that. That week on Well Off Media, I saw a video where Pat Shurmur. That was the first time I seen him like go off, and he told Shedeur to run the damn plays that I called. I gotta find that video, which one it was.
I remember that.
So this is why I said I put blame on both of them. And you're right. I think Pat Schumer, reason why Coach Prime went with Pat Schumer because of familiarity and comfortability. I think that they have a long relationship. Sean Lewis and him didn't. And even with the new defensive coordinator coming in, it was people that Coach Prime respected that gave him the nod. But Coach Prime, I believe he had to go, he had to trust him because all the guys on the staff been with Coach Prime for many years, except the defensive coordinator. So I think this year was a level of trust with him. Go ahead. I say that again.
Did you pay attention to the one practice that they had? They was in the auditorium, their little conference room with everybody in there. Did you hear what Pat said? We got to run the D ball.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yep. I remember that. Yep.
The reason he said that, I'm telling you, is because Shedeur was running his own thing. See, we got to remember. You got to also realize is that Shedeur ain't been coached by nobody other than his father. That's it. He has not been coached by nobody else. Now, the problems that I see with Shedeur is he's a good quarterback, but the problems I see with Shedeur is he does not scan the field quick enough. If you watch him, he scans the field very slow, and right. You don't have much time with the offensive line because the offensive line is weak, and then so he was always focused mostly on Travis first, and then he would scan the field. Be too late. You got to scan that field quick. That's number one.
And that's why when people say, let me say this real quick. People say they want to see him and Travis put together on the next level. I don't want him to have no favorites on the next level because he's going to do what he's doing now. Holding, waiting on Travis. When you in the NFL, you got to be even quicker. Go ahead.
Right. And that's why, if you remember now, if you watch LeJohntay, he used to be mad as H. I ain't going to cuss too much, but he was mad as H during the beginning of the season, like the first 4-5 games, because he was like, man, dude, why did I come here? I'm over 1,000-yard wide receiver, and you just focused on Travis. You see what I'm saying? So the problem was he did not scan the field quick enough. Number two, he can get out the pocket, but he don't get out the pocket enough. He don't get out if you got a offensive line that do not block well, you got to get out of that pocket. You got to run some screens. You got to run some, all options. I mean, come on, man. He wasn't doing that enough. He wasn't getting out that pocket quick enough, and he was holding. Everybody gonna tell you that he was holding the ball way too long. That's why I like Salter and I like Juju, but I love Salter, man, because he's a running back and a quarterback at the same time. He's a second option at running back.
I love Salter as well. I think Salter's gonna be very good as long as the scheme is right. Salter's gonna be right. Now let me ask both of y'all this question. Could it be that Shedeur is holding on to the ball too long because of the route concepts are longer routes? That's all I'm asking. Because most of the time I see is post routes, fly routes, and deep digs. Most of those right now. Sometimes they might run some curves and underneath stuff, but it's rare. And if Shedeur do throw it to the underneath, it's almost like a safety valve because ain't nobody open running down the field. A lot of the plays I've seen throughout the past, again, and this goes on, the line ain't that very good in protecting, but they're longer route concepts that I'm seeing being ran too by whoever offense it is, whether it's Shedeur or Pat Schumer. I think the route concepts have to change. And one thing we didn't
see, I'm gonna say this right here. Shedeur want to go for the home run. Y'all know Shedeur, he flashy. He want to have the big plays, the big chunk plays. And I remember this summer when Buck and Prime, they broke down Beck and Shedeur, and they were showing like the difference between how many plays over 20 yards that Shedeur had compared to Beck. Shedeur want the big play. He want to push the ball down the field. That's all well and good, but you got to do that like it's like a boxer. You can't just come out throwing haymakers all the time. You got to do them body blows. And them body blows are a little short, quick stuff, because you got to make the defense come up, either to run the ball or throwing short, quick stuff. That makes that safety, that cornerback start to creep down toward. That's how you get your big plays off. He come out the box, want to go big, and they just sitting back. Like one time I seen a play when every defender was sitting on the first down mark. Nobody covered underneath. everybody was on the first down mark or behind that because they know Shedeur is not going to throw on the 10 yards.
Hey, y'all, I'm about to jump off here, man. But hey, blessings to y'all, man. Y'all have a great one. I'm gonna listen in while I'm driving.
I appreciate you for jumping in,
brother. AT, yeah, that was Shedeur's offense. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, also, if you watch Shedeur, he would get angry sometimes. When he get angry, he don't really want to listen. You know what I'm saying? When he get angry, because if things not going his way. So that was Shedeur's offense, the way I see it. I'm gonna ask you another question. Now we had some bread and butter on there with the slot. How many times during throughout the season, when we ran that slot with Jimmy or LeJounte, man, we was killing them on the offense. And then you had Will on one side, you got Travis on the other side. Every time we ran that slot, man, we was tearing their tail up. Did we run the slot in this game anytime? How many times did we run the slot?
Honestly, I don't know, dog, because I was looking at it and I had a lot going on watching the game. But then Jimmy, one Jimmy running the slot.
Yeah, but it was very rarely, man. He didn't man. I didn't see that boy running that slot like that because he would have got a couple of those passes, man. Because Jimmy is super fast. And
you talking about right the seam, like right up the hash mark?
Yeah. Cut.
Okay, I got
go 5 or go 4 and cross or a slant to the middle. We didn't even attack the middle like we should have, man.
Yeah. But Shedeur has missed that all season long, though. Even when at the beginning of because we was talking about that, we was like Jimmy was open a lot of times up the seam, and Shedeur wasn't throwing him the ball. We talked about that earlier.
You know why? You know why? What? Because he don't scan the field quick enough. If you watch his technique, he do not scan the field. That's one. He got 2. Now, don't get me wrong. I like his quarterbacking skills. I'm not knocking on Shedeur because I like the kid. But me evaluating him, I used to evaluate a lot of talent for over 15 years, besides playing the game for at least 20 years. Shedeur do not scan the field. He doesn't look for it. He scans it too late. He focuses on one particular wide receiver, and then he'll scan the field. But it's too late, especially when you have that O-line that's they're not giving him much blocking, so them guys on his tail right away almost. So that's what was killing. That's what killed him the most. The other thing was he hold the ball too long. Let that ball go, man. If you ain't got it, you got another down, man. Don't go back like 40, man, 15, 20 yards, one of them,
Yeah, man. And he did that twice, man, in one game, and he did it in the Kansas State. Once you do it in the Kansas State game, and I think he did it twice in the Kansas State game. Like, you don't supposed to do it ever again. Once you see how you lost so many yards and you got your team kicked out of field goal range, you're supposed to never do that again. And he did it again. And let me say this right here, girl London. I understand you saying move on, and for all the people that's real diehard Shedeur, Travis, Colorado player fans, y'all got to understand, y'all put an extra coat on this winter because they finna start breaking these players down and they finna point out every flaw. So if you can't handle it, y'all might not want to watch some of these breakdowns of these draft players because everything that y'all thought Shedeur did right, they finna try to find a way to say he did it wrong in these next 2 or 3 months. And Coach Beard, tell